Only a few years after the general theory was published, Willem Ropke foresaw what would become the question of Keynes's legacy. Is he the Copernicus of economics, as so many claim? The man who banished the ghosts of economics grown rigid in the chains of tradition? Who opened the door to prosperity and stability? Or did he destroy more than he created? And has he summoned into being spirits that today he possibly would be gladly rid of? Ropke distinguished Keynes's macroeconomic theory from his social philosophy. Keynes's theory was not as path-breaking as he claimed. His social philosophy, however, was revolutionary. Keynes dismissed many ideas and practices from the past. He left his followers new techniques for a new world. As Ropke put it, Keynes not only demolished that which was decayed, but by his preaching of economic pragmatism and his attack on deeply rooted principles in the moral, political sphere, he became one of the principal agents in that general decay of standards, of norms, and of principles which constitutes the real core of the social crisis of our time. Keynes gave progressives economic excuses for their quest for social control. He diagnosed the problems of so-called secular stagnation, long-term unemployment, and underemployment, and he offered a remedy. The federal government should direct demand through fiscal policy, exchange controls, and import restrictions. In February 1946, President Truman signed into law the Employment Act. The law put the federal government in charge of the overall economy. Thus was created the President's Council of Economic Advisors and the Congressional Joint Economic Committee. The President now had to submit an annual economic report to Congress. President Truman's remarks captured the spirit of Keynesianism. He said that the Employment Act gives expression to a deep-seated desire for a conscientious and positive attack upon the ever-recurring problems of mass unemployment and ruinous depression. Federal spending gained new powers that reached far beyond funding defense, highways, and other public services. Government should spend to keep the economy at full employment. Likewise, taxes were no longer levied just to pay for public services and to avoid public debt. The deeply rooted principle of balancing budgets and saving for future needs was turned on its head. Deficits and public debt were not just useful. In some cases, they became moral imperatives.